Welcome to BrokeN Boys. This is episode 36. I'm Colin.
And I'm Mike.
All right. How was your week, Mike?
It's been okay for the most part. I mean, it's been fine. Today's been going pretty well.
Yeah.
I 2 of my 3 classes were canceled today.
Ooh.
So I just I got to sleep in a little bit. Went to school to have lunch with my buddy, and then
Not me.
Not you, yeah. Well, I said my buddy, so cancellation. Yeah. And had lunch with my buddy, and then went to my class, and then came back, and now we get to record the pod a little early. I might even be able to work tonight, possibly. We'll see.
Fuck.
I know.
Work?
What?
Yeah, I should probably work too.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, there's that, and then usually when I commute to school, and because you see it every time you drive here, there's usually like 2 bits of construction on the way. The construction's gone. Woo! So that's, a lot more relaxing. Don't have to fucking merge with slow-ass semis and slow-ass grandmas and shit. So, it's kind of put me in a little bit of a good mood, and I was able to, pay attention in music history, feel like I was actually paying attention because I wasn't tired.
Yeah.
Crazy how things work. But yeah, I mean, the week itself was, it was fine. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty strange for construction to be done on the road in Illinois.
That's also true, yeah.
They tend to like to do that for years on end without doing anything to it. So it's nice that it was done, within 4 months.
Yep. You don't know why that happens?
Why is that?
Because they get paid by the hour.
Oh.
So, and if that construction company, if they're known to, get stuff done quickly, then their projects are over quicker. And then people will hire them and expect them to work quickly, pretty much.
Great.
And when that happens, then the construction workers, don't make as much money because it's paid hourly, not just this much for a job, it probably should be.
You'd think for a job like that they'd have a salary, but guess not. That's pretty stupid.
Yeah, but yeah, at least that's the theory that I was told at Amazon when I worked there, and one of my coworkers told me that because the construction in there was going on the entire time I was there. I never saw it. There was a big curtain that covered the majority of the building that I just never saw come down when I was there. It was like a magic trick, and I never saw the results. But yeah. How about you though? How was your week?
Well, it was bad.
Oh,
bad week.
Oh shit.
Monday was okay. Monday, nothing was bad other than my roommate being sick. And I was like, oh great, gotta wear a mask in my dorm again, because he got sick earlier this year.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, great. But then Tuesday, I go to work. I go do some work.
Mm-hmm.
I leave, tires flat, just completely
That's
flat.
Yeah.
Had to, and then I went. Well, it was almost flat out of the parking garage. I was like, okay, I'll go fill it. And then I get to the gas station that's right next to my fucking parking complex. Yeah. Out of order, air pump. I'm like,
oh my god.
Great. That's great. So I'm yelling in my car. I'm like, fuck. So I had to drive down the road to another gas station with another air pump.
Mm-hmm.
And did not make it there before the tire just fucked. It just got fucked and blew up. Well, it didn't blow up. It got completely fucked. And I had to, 1, start a AAA account. 2, have them come and call a towing service.
Yeah.
Because I had a spare tire, but I don't know how to change a tire. So that didn't really help me.
Yeah.
And then, I had to wait a couple hours inside of a Burger King that's connected to a fucking gas station.
Yep.
Until that guy got there, and he did it really quick and everything. And then, I didn't know that spare tires aren't meant to be used as actual tires.
They're just for like a a temporary.
I didn't like completely understand that.
Yeah.
But then when you put it on the car and it was smaller than all the other ones, I was like, oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
And then the next day I had to go get my tire replaced. And I went there, and they do, tire repairs for free at the place I went. I was like, oh, cool, maybe they can fix my tire. And then I got there, and I was like, hey, can you, check this tire out, see if it can be fixed? And he was like, yeah, no problem, man. And he came outside, and he, looked at it, and he was like, no. You don't need a new tire. I was like, great, fuck.
Just because it's, old? Or...
It was old, and, the tread was kind of bad, and, and then he turned it over. And there were 3 holes in it, and I was like,
"Oh my god!"
He was like, "Yeah, no." And I was like, "Okay, that's fine. I can afford one tire." And then he went to check on my other tires, and the 2 back ones were fine. They were in pretty good condition.
Mm-hmm.
But then he went up to the other front one. And he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna recommend you get 2." I was like, "Fuck!" And so and then that was $300.
Mm-hmm.
So that hurt a lot.
Per tire or for both?
For both.
Okay.
Which I was talking to Vince and Mike, or Vince and John. Vince and John.
Vince and John. I didn't really pitch in.
He said, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. I was like, God, tires are expensive.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, but how much do you pay? I was like, $300. And John was like, I paid $1,000. I was like, oh, look at you, Mr. Audi.
Hey, don't roast him. He's gonna like this episode.
You're right. No, John, I didn't actually say that, but more expensive cars need more expensive wheels, I guess. But but then Vince was like, "Oh, that's not allowed for tires." I was like, "Fuck yeah, it is for me." $300 is a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
And I spent that, and then that was okay. And then yesterday, Thursday, my fucking 2 people in my suite tested positive for COVID, so I had to go get tested. Negative, thank God.
Mm. Yeah, I went to go get tested as well because we hung out a couple days before.
Yeah.
And I was feeling, it's gone away now, of course, but throughout the week I did have a little weird feeling in my throat, and I was doing little tiny and then when you said that I was like, I don't think it is, or what if it is? But I got tested 20 minutes before you did, and then also came back negative. Yeah.
Luckily.
Yeah. COVID isn't real though. So.
Yeah, no, it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that gave me anxiety all day yesterday.
Yeah.
But luckily it came back. I was like, let's fucking go. It's because now we can kiss live on the podcast.
Of course. For our audio listeners, we definitely kissed right there. Oh, Colin.
Gotta kiss the listeners too.
Is that cherry flavoring? Yeah, no, that was a little worrying for me as well, I guess. Yeah, there was a saliva test, and you had to really fill that bitch, and you weren't allowed to drink or eat beforehand.
Nope.
So it was spinning dust.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
It only took 5 to 8 minutes for me. You said it took 5 minutes for you.
About, yeah.
But I was like, God, I was running dry.
Yeah.
I told Mike I was trying to speed run it by looking up food videos on Instagram to try to get my saliva.
Start salivating, yeah.
And I was like,
fucking dog.
Yeah, Pavlov.
Yeah.
And yeah, that didn't work. But I was still able to get the spit out enough. You know how when you're about to puke, you salivate. Have you puked in a while?
Not in a little bit, no.
I haven't puked in a while either.
I don't remember salivating beforehand.
Yeah, my I don't know, it might just be me, but I get that I get a lot of saliva in my mouth. Okay. And then that's when I feel like I'm gonna puke. But when I was trying to get all the spit out, I was feeling that same kind of warm saliva, and I was like, I'm not gonna puke, but it feels like I'm gonna puke, and I hate this.
Yeah.
But luckily I didn't puke.
There's a little extra in here. That's really gross. Just like, oh, sorry about that.
Will the stomach bile help at all?
Yeah. Oh God.
But yeah, that upside to that though is that I'm gonna have my room all to myself for 10 plus days.
God damn.
Because my roommate has to stay quarantined for at least 10 days, and if in 10 days from now is like a couple days before Thanksgiving break, so if he comes back,
that's true.
Yeah, there'd be no reason for him to come back, so I might have it for like 2 full weeks, and that's like prime time.
Yeah.
But
got to start recording the pod over there.
Yeah. But like, and the other roommate in the suite that's like, it doesn't have COVID, is like leaving for the weekend, so I'm gonna have the whole suite.
God damn, Colin's sweet house.
I'm gonna have nothing to do all weekend.
Penthouse.
I'll play music as loud as I want.
Yeah, there you go. You literally can. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for that. That was the only upside to my week so far. I mean, other than, the Silk Sonic song that dropped last night. Yeah. But, yeah.
Also, we had, I, completely forgot this was last weekend until right now, but there was also the Halloween party that we did.
Yes,
that was a pretty good experience as well.
Yeah, it was.
Just hanging out with Vince and his friends again.
Yeah.
We're the only reps from our school there, but
gotta show them your little artwork, Mike?
I could, but then I'd dox where we go. I think
that's true.
I drew our mascot, and I'm not a visual artist. But
hey, man, my shit wasn't good either.
No, I did it just because it was fun. But I don't know. I like laughing at my own art because it's not great.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that party was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I had a good time. Drank a couple of Angry Orchards because I'm crazy.
Yeah. Colin's going wild.
Don't drink underage.
Mm-hmm. Colin is of age. He will be 21 for a year and a half.
I'm not of age. Don't listen to Mike. But just if you do drink underage, if you're a college kid such as us, be safe about it. Yeah, that's all I ask. Don't be stupid.
Colin cares.
Yes.
We're going to make this a new segment called Colin Cares. Colin's Caring Corner.
It'll do just as well as Colin's Corner.
Absolutely.
Did pretty well on YouTube. I don't think it's gotten one listen on streaming services.
Really?
So, yeah.
God damn.
People like me on YouTube.
Yeah, I guess I'm the streaming audience. People.
Yes,
hey, what's up? What's up, y'all?
But that's okay. I don't really care. Yeah, the party was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I did some painting, like Mike said. Had a bunch of those little wind-up toys.
Mm-hmm.
Those were fun to mess around with. Mike got a really funny video.
Yeah.
And then the next day, we went to Vince and Mike went to go see the new Edgar Wright movie last night in Soho, which I thought was very good. I like it a lot. I think the acting was very good. I liked the sound design and the visual effects. But, Vince didn't think so.
I thought it was pretty good. It definitely wasn't my favorite Edgar Wright movie I've seen. Right. But, it was still entertaining, and it definitely wasn't, bad. I definitely enjoyed my time there. But it's just kind of yeah, it was good. I kind of... Ooh, excuse me. I feel delayed reaction. I kind of felt the same way about it that I kind of feel about have you seen Jackie Brown from Quentin Tarantino?
I've seen some of it.
Yeah, I watched that and I was like, yeah, that was good, but I don't think I'm gonna think about it that much after watching it. I mean, we had a discussion about it in the car, I guess, but it was good. It just wasn't oh, this is so fucking good. I love Edgar Wright. I do love Edgar Wright, but it wasn't didn't give me that same kind of feeling, I guess. Yeah.
I didn't like as much as, your Baby Driver or your Shaun of the Dead.
Hot Fuzz is one of my favorite movies.
I haven't seen Hot Fuzz yet.
We need to watch that. That shit's so fucking good.
I will watch that. Did he do Scott Pilgrim too?
Yes. Scott Pilgrim's another great one.
Scott Pilgrim's another great one. But you know, I thought it was a pretty cool story.
Mm-hmm.
I saw like a little thing on TikTok when a little spoiler for the movie, but not really because it's in like the trailers. For all you Edgar Wright fans out there, you know that scene where she first goes into the body of the person in the 60s?
Yeah.
And like it's supposed to be a mirror, but obviously there's no mirror there.
Yeah.
The person that takes her coat, both of them are played by Fred and George from the Harry Potter.
Are they really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
They needed twins. And they got
That's
Fred and George.
Hilarious. Oh my god.
That was pretty cool. But yeah, I liked it a lot.
I'd say definitely the standout of the movie was the visuals themselves. Yeah. I mean, it's Edgar Wright, so that's like, not necessarily a shock. But the visuals are great. The soundtrack and like that paired with the visuals at points was also fantastic. The acting was pretty good as well. I liked the main characters.
Yeah. I thought Anya Taylor-Joy did very well. That was the first thing I've seen her in. And, I know...
Yeah, I've never seen her in anything either.
I only know her name from being Peach in the new Mario movie with Chris Pratt.
Yep. You mean the Garfield movie?
Okay.
Chris Pratt?
I was just going to mention that. In other movie news, Chris Pratt's playing Garfield, guys!
Mondays, am I right?
And it was announced on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen people defend it like, oh, I can see him more as Garfield than Mario, but
yeah,
it's
that's
like,
what I said.
Oh, was that you?
Yeah. Was that you?
I'm like, yeah, well, I kind of agree. It's just like, why can't you just find like an actual voice actor?
Yeah.
I mean, like,
that's fair.
I know Chris Pratt did the Lego movie, and that was like his role before Guardian. Was that before Guardians?
I couldn't tell.
I don't remember. It was either like a year before or a year after Guardians, but like, it's just, there are people that do specifically voice acting, and they could do Garfield much better.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know, man.
I mean, I feel like the reason I can see it is because it does kind of just... Garfield is kind of like a lazy version, or like a depressed version of his character on Parks and Rec. A little bit.
I suppose.
Like, a little bummy, a little just like, silly. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, but even Andy is more silly than Garfield. Like,
yeah, that's what I mean by a more depressed version.
I don't know, man.
He just has to get that depressed energy, and I feel like that's, it's mostly there. I don't know.
I was just like, God, why?
Yeah.
Why? But also, before the Mario movie even came out, there was a sequel or a spin-off announced for Seth Rogen's Donkey Kong.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't hear about that.
Seth Rogen Donkey Kong movie. So that's fun, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, that's one of the cast members I was like, okay, I can kind of see that for. So, I mean, it all depends on the fucking Mario movie, though, I guess. Yeah. But, yeah, we can get into music news now.
Yeah, because we do have a topic today as well.
We do, and we're almost 20 minutes in. So.
Hell yeah. Another long one, probably.
Let me text our resident expert, see if he can pop in later.
Yeah. Just say within, like, the next hour or so. We could probably turn it back on if we need as well.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess you could stick around here. I guess while you do that, I'll talk a little bit about some things. There's 3 things I have written down here. The main thing that I personally want to talk about for just a little bit was Radiohead. They released KID A MNESIA, or KID A MNESIA, I think is what it's called. I don't fucking know. They titled it weird. Which is a combination album of KID A and Amnesiac, because those albums were both recorded in the same time, and Amnesiac is sometimes called like the KID A leftovers a little bit. But it has those two put together, and then as well as like I think about like 30 minutes or so of demos and stuff that have never been released. And yeah, I mean, I thought it was pretty good. A little unnotable. Like, it's not like I would be like, Colin, you gotta listen to this or some shit like that. Like, I mean, it's cool if you know the songs and stuff. And the original album, or not the original album, but like the demos album or whatever, it has like 2 original tracks and then more like demo likes or alternate versions of songs. And then towards the end, it like has like a lot of like, I don't know, just like instrumental and like kind of like ambient stuff. It almost turns into like a dark ambient Radiohead album. Like it like kind of gets like, people were saying on Album of the Year when I was looking at it, like it gave them like Everywhere at the End of Time vibes a little bit. Like it like kind of like it just like in the last like 5 tracks or something, it just kind of just feels really uneasy, which is cool.
And they're only
but
like
yeah, a lot of them are like a minute. The original songs here are a little longer. If You Say the Word came out a few weeks ago. I like that song quite a bit. Follow Me Around came out earlier this week. I don't like that one. It's very bare bones, and it feels like you've heard the entire thing after like a minute and a half of it, and it is 5 minutes long. So I'm not a big fan of that one. But also, the main highlight for me here was How to Disappear into Strings, which is from their song How to Disappear Completely, which is my favorite Radiohead song, I think. And it's basically just an isolated version of the string section in that song. It is actually fucking phenomenal. It's so good. And it really shows how much those strings add to that track. I love that, and I love that that's like released. And the last one I want to talk about is this one here, Polk/Pole, True Love Waits version. So Polk/Pole is one of my least favorite Radiohead songs on an album. It's on Amnesiac, Polk/Pole Revolving Doors. Not a big fan of it. The beat's like kind of cool, I guess. But what they do is they have that beat, and they have a song of theirs from A Moon-Shaped Pool, True Love Waits. Like they have the vocals over it. Over this like grungy beat, I guess. And like I know True Love Waits is a song that's like literally been like, they've been messing around with that since like the early 90s, I believe. So like they experimented a lot with it before actually releasing it on A Moon-Shaped Pool. It just feels so uncanny hearing like what I'm used to, this like really like somber piano ballad just put over like this grimy beat. It's just like, I've never had like an uncanny valley feeling like auditory before, but that really gave it to me. I mean, yeah, I was just over, Vince might have even heard me. I was just like 12 a.m. just over here like laughing like, what the fuck? It was just weird. Yeah, we could do that. That's fine. Our resident guest, who I'm sure none of you can guess. But yeah, overall it's pretty good. If you like these albums, I'd suggest checking it out. Or if you just want a really fucking cool string arrangement for 5.5 minutes, listen to How to Disappear into Strings, because that shit is gorgeous. Yeah, and cool. I guess one more thing, because did you listen to this by any chance?
That one? No, I didn't even. Did it come out?
Yeah, it came out yesterday. Post Malone and The Weeknd released a song together.
Really?
Yeah. I would think it would be pretty good, because like I feel like they would have a cool chemistry together. But it's just kind of like this really bland pop song that's like somewhat 80s but somewhat not. I don't know. It's just, it did nothing for me. But yeah, and then we had.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I made sure to talk about these first because I knew you were gonna do that. And then Silk Sonic also released, was hopefully the last single for the album that's coming out next week.
Yeah.
Called, what was it called? Smoking Out the Window?
Yeah,
Smoking Out the Window. I thought it was really good.
I did too.
Like it's just continuing the really good streak of music.
Yeah. No, like I listened to it yesterday and I thought I didn't like it as much as the other two, but then I listened to it a couple more times today with earbuds and I was like, ooh, okay, yeah, no, I like this one just as much.
Yeah. It's really good. Yeah. I've only listened to it once, so I don't really remember it as much because I listened to a lot of stuff last night. But I remembered liking it quite a bit and just, getting more excited for the album.
Did you watch the music video?
No.
It's pretty funny. They're like performing with like their band or whatever, and then there's one point where Anderson he just kind of like flops on the ground, just laying there face down, and then he comes back up in the camera. It's really fucking funny. But like, yeah, it was a very good song, and I'm very excited for next Friday. That'll be the meat and potatoes of the episode next week. So
hell yeah,
get ready for that one.
Hell yes.
Just if you haven't listened to Silk Sonic yet, guys, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
it's great.
Do it. Get caught up on the. I mean, I'm sure you've heard "Leave the Door Open" by this point.
Yeah.
Like that song is fucking everywhere at the moment.
Yeah.
But like "Skate" and "Smoking Out the Window," both also really great. You should check them out. And this album that's coming out next week, should definitely check out because.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we were talking in our group chat. This is easily going to probably jump into my top 5 at the very least. Yeah. Like, just off these 3 songs, I'm like, yeah, this is going up there. It may even take the top spot, but I'll have to see how that goes. They'd have to, I wouldn't put it past them. Yeah. Let's put it that way.
It would have to beat Happier Than Ever for me. So
for me, it'd have to. I don't even know what's at the top of mine right now. It's kind of fluctuating, but I think the Lil Sims album's at the top at the moment. But I don't know.
God, yeah, great fucking song.
Great fucking year for music.
Oh God, yeah. 2021 really fucking came back strong.
Yeah.
What else? Is there any? I heard that there was like another Kendrick feature on another song that came out.
Oh, was
today. But I didn't hear what song it was or who it was by. Let's see here. Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Who's that?
Lamar.
What the fuck? Why is ABBA dressed up as Tron?
They still look young as fuck.
Yeah, it's true.
They're pretty old.
Sorry, just an ad on my Spotify.
I'm not really seeing anything. Maybe there isn't. I saw. I don't know. I heard something. Oh, it's Schoolboy Q, I think.
Oh, Schoolboy Q.
View album. Oh no, that's from 2014. I don't know. I heard something about it, but I guess that was a lie.
Why is like Starboy the first one here? Has he not appeared on? No.
No, he was on
the Baby King.
Yeah. But that's in his stuff for some reason.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's like a part. That's a part of like his releases on Spotify. Like,
oh, is it?
Yeah. I don't know why.
I don't understand how that works.
Yeah, because it's a Baby Keem song featuring Kendrick.
Yeah.
Or with Kendrick. I don't know. Weird.
I don't know.
Last Friday, the Nothing But Thieves Moral Panic Complete Edition came out.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about it last week.
We didn't listen to it, though.
That's true. We hadn't listened to it yet.
And what do you think after listening to it?
I thought it was really good. I think... So what they did, for those who are unaware, they took... Moral Panic, which is an album that came out last year, and Moral Panic 2, which is an EP that came out earlier this year, and they basically just mashed it together. And I really like how they did it. Like, they very easily could have just, like, put Moral Panic 2 just at the end and just, like, pretty lazily done that. But they actually, like, messed with the track listing on the original Moral Panic to fit the additional tracks. And I think what they did to it actually makes a better listening experience than the original album for me, personally. Because, like, I don't know, the biggest thing that I can think of is, like, the song that usually closes the album, Before We Drift Away. Mm-hmm. I've never really been a huge fan of that song. I always felt like, it's okay, but, like, it's not the strongest conclusion to end on. But now it's in the middle of the album, and honestly, I think it fits a little bit better there.
Yep.
And then Your Blood closes out the album, which I don't think is a perfect song by any means, but it definitely fits that ending slot way better. Yeah. It feels like a conclusion. And then also this feels like the end being the penultimate track now instead of being in the middle of the album. Like, that just makes thematic sense. Yeah. I don't know.
I just feel like I really liked it as well.
Yeah.
I thought it fit. I thought it like melded together a lot better this time around.
Yeah.
But I feel like this feels like the end should have been the ending song because it ends with that last like 8 seconds of silence.
I can see that.
So like if it just ended like that after like that and it's like it's a really fun song. I like that song a lot.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I feel like that should have ended. I like Your Blood as an ending, but I feel like this feels like the end, with it having end in the title.
Mm-hmm.
It could have worked better a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
I liked them both though. I'm more of a Moral Panic apologist than you are.
More Panic apologies.
Because it
sounds like some political like act.
It's not as good as Broken Machine, but I still like it a lot. Like,
how would you rate it in relation to their first album?
Well, I can't spoil that for our if we do once, maybe we get Nothing But Thieves in our wheel years and years down. Okay, and I like it like since the first album or like
the first album. Like how would you put it above or below their first album? Because me personally, I would definitely put it below.
Probably below, but like I still like it a lot. It's probably like pretty close to.
Okay. Close
to it, like
gotcha.
I don't know, like the first album has like a lot of good shit on it. It's like one of the best debuts, I think. But like, I don't know, I like Moral Panic a lot, and I like Before We Drift Away. So, fuck you.
For me, okay, this is a Kendrick Lamar episode, and we're talking about Nothing But Thieves right now. But
we're just stalling for time.
Yeah.
Our resident expert's gonna be on a little later.
We definitely need time. Before We Drift Away, I think is fine for the most part, but I really do not like the strings they put in there. Like they just sound so fake and out of place, and I don't like it. But the strings in Your Blood. Those strings sound fucking fantastic.
Before you, like the dun, 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 dun. You don't like that? I like that a lot.
That like literally, it like honestly kind of ruins the song for me personally. I'm not a fan of that.
It's okay to be wrong, Mike.
Okay. Your Blood reminds me of Radiohead. Okay. So.
Of course, you'd like that one more.
Yeah, it sounds like exit music for
little
a film.
Bitch.
I just wish the climax was better on Your Blood.
You're a fucking Radiohead simp, and that episode's gonna be a pain for me.
That's gonna be a pain for me, bro. That's 10 albums of like so much.
We like most of it.
Oh, I like basically all of it, and just excluding Pablo Honey.
I like Creep.
Crepe. I reviewed that song on Album of the Year, like just the song itself, and I just said crepe.
Oh, I also got an Album of the Year.
Yep.
So,
what's your Album of the Year?
I can't spoil it. I just spoiled it a couple minutes ago. At the moment, at least.
We'll talk about that at the end, but he also has an account on there, and he'll be linked in the description as well.
It better be, because I do better review. I'm just kidding. I don't.
Wow. All right. I have 15 followers, so
I have
I'd watch
6. I had 6 even before I posted anything. So
sounds like a glitch in the system.
It could have been. All right.
Anyways, on to what you're actually here for. Oh fuck. 30 minutes.
It's okay because our resident expert won't be on until 3:20. So,
yep.
And it's almost an hour till then, so we will talk slowly.
It's okay if we pause the episode and come back to it.
That is true.
We don't have to just wait until
Yeah, you're right.
But we'll see how it goes.
We start at the beginning of his journey with Overly Dedicated.
2010.
What do you think, Mike?
Okay, I'll go first. So I accidentally listened to half of this album on shuffle.
I do that shit all the fucking time.
Yeah, and this is the first time in the series where I've listened to an album that I haven't listened to prior to before, and there's 3 of those for this project. I think 3.
Yes.
That I hadn't heard before.
Huh.
This is the first one of that.
4 for you.
Is it 4? Oh yeah, 4. Yeah, I forgot about whatever. Yeah, we're starting with Overly Dedicated because it's the first. I think it's the first release he had under the Kendrick Lamar name. From what I was looking at, it seemed like everything before that was KID A. I think is what I was seeing.
He does say KID A a lot.
Yeah, I think that was his original stage name, but then he changed to Kendrick Lamar, just his actual name, I believe. I think. Yeah, that's his
name is something different though. It's like.
Is it really?
It's like Kendrick something. It's like Kendrick Lamar or something.
Kendrick Lamar Duckworth, that's right.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Duckworth is his
Lamar's his middle name, that's right. Okay. Anyways. Yeah, so I accidentally listened to half of it on shuffle. And I said at least it was this album and not one of the other ones where I made that mistake. I said this album isn't as bad as I was thinking it was going to be. Neither of us even knew this existed prior to looking at it last week on podcast. So I just kind of thought it was like a neglected family member or something. And I guess that's not totally inaccurate, but it's just because the rest of his discography is like so good, and then this album is just fine, in my opinion. The production, I think, is surprisingly good for a first album, but only sometimes. Sometimes on tracks like Michael Jordan, it's very obvious that it's a first album.
Yeah.
I said Kendrick's singing has never really been the highlight of his work, but it does get particularly rough here at points. Like on Alien Boy, that's the one that stuck out the most to me.
I thought it was Alien Girl.
Was it Alien Girl? I might have messed up.
Are you fucking up genders?
Uh-oh, Alien Girl. Maybe he was assuming the gender, you know?
I think you're assuming the gender. It was 2021, Mike. This was 2010. He had an excuse. All right?
I do not. But that being said, most of this record is just decent and nothing really special. It's obvious he's grown so much from here, which is really great to know. So it's kind of cool having that as like a... I mean, I guess it's not his starting point, but like his starting point, you know?
Yeah.
Lack of better term. I thought my favorite one on there was Barbed Wire. I liked Growing Apart and Cut You Off as well. And my least favorite ones were Michael Jordan, Alien Girl, and Ignorance is Bliss. And I gave this a decent 5 out of 10, but I think as I was doing that, I was like, I think I'm only doing this just because it is Kendrick and his stuff is so quality. I think if I just heard this from a random person, I probably would give it like a 6.
Okay.
Like a decent 6. But like because it's Kendrick and I know he can do so much more, it's kind of a decent 5.
All right.
So,
yeah. I said the flow is very different from his more modern stuff. It's like it does not sound the same. Like the confidence was not there yet. But like it still sound. He still has good bars on here, and he sounds good. But like some of it felt Kanye inspired to me. Not like overtly, but there were definitely moments, especially Alien Girl. Alien Girl could have been a Kanye song.
It did kind of, from what I remember of it, it did kind of have an 808s vibe to it. Yeah.
I was like, am I listening to Kanye right now? But like, I don't know. It was okay. It wasn't too bad. Yeah, like you mentioned, I didn't like Michael Jordan very much. That one wasn't great. Yeah, but I also agree the production is really good. But mentioning Michael Jordan, there's that air horn that he uses throughout that song, just out of nowhere. It's just like beep, 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 beep. I don't know. I was like listening to it. I was like doing my laundry or whatever, and all of a sudden, a couple times there's beep, 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 and it's like, I know it was 2010, but. Kenny. But oh no, that wasn't Michael Jordan. That's Opposites Attract. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
A lot of it kind of like melded together a little bit for me.
For sure.
It wasn't like you said. It's just fine compared to his other stuff. Like it's an impressive like production wise debut for Kendrick, but at least under the Kendrick name, and I liked it. Just not as much as his future stuff.
No,
But my favorites were P&P 1.5, Opposites Attract, and Barbed Wire. And my least favorite was Michael Jordan. I give it like a 5.5.
Yeah, that's kind of
just like a middle of the road. Not great yet, not bad.
Yeah. No, that's pretty much how I'm feeling too.
But yeah, good debut, and then we got into Section 80.
Yep, 2011.
I said it's not a bad album. It's better than the debut, but still not hitting those Kendrick notes that I'm used to.
Yeah.
It's good. The second half is better than the first, in my opinion.
Interesting.
I don't know. It just kind of like picked up a little bit for me. It's like it's been a few days since I've listened to it, so I might think differently now. But when I first listened to it, I was like, yeah, the second half's a little better. He definitely gained more confidence in between these albums, though, because like he's a little more not like full of himself, but he's definitely like, I'm fucking Kendrick Lamar, dude.
Yeah.
I'll fuck you up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked this one. It wasn't. It was definitely better than the debut, like I said. The production's still there. But there were I did have quite a few more favorites on here. I didn't have any least favorites because I couldn't pick one that I really disliked because I didn't like this. I didn't dislike any of them. My favorites were Poe Man's Dreams, Chapter 10, Keisha's song in parentheses Her Pain, Rigor Mortis, and High Power. And then my rating was a 7.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I have similar thoughts, I think. I put immediate improvements. Like, from the very first track, for me personally, I was like, oh, yeah, this sounds so much better. I definitely need to come back to this album. Okay, I probably shouldn't read exactly from my screen because I have came back to this album. Because I finished this listening session, like, halfway through the week, and I did revisit Section 80 because I knew I needed to come back to it. And I did like it. I liked it quite a bit. I was seeing some people saying on Album of the Year that this was kind of like the beginning of it all for him. And you can definitely tell that with, you know, his subject matters and like the instrumentals, the engaging lyricism, and like you were saying, the confident and convincing delivery. And I just said this is just a solid batch of tracks that was pleasant on the ears for the whole runtime. There's a couple tracks to me that feel a little bit out of place. No Makeup was kind of one of those. Okay. Felt a little... It wasn't bad. It just like was like, this doesn't really fit everything else going on right now. But other than that, I really don't have... Other than that, I don't have much complaints. And I thought it was kind of cool that So Appalled from Kanye was sampled here. I'm not sure if you caught that. It was in High Power. He starts... fuck, what was it? How's the... fuck. Oh wait, was it So Appalled? I don't remember. There's something from My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy that he's kind of like giving like a different version of, but he's using the same flow and kind of the same like word choices a little bit, which I thought was cool. And I don't know if this is intentionally what happened, but it kind of seemed like Kanye repaid the favor, because in this album on I think it was on Fuck Your Ethnicity, or maybe it was something else. On one of these tracks, the chorus is "Fuck them other neighbors," because I'm down for my neighbors. That's like the chorus of the song, and then Kanye had a section of that on Yeezus on Blood on the Leaves. So it kind of was like they were shouting each other out a little bit. I don't know if that's like what happened, but I thought that was kind of a cool little connection I made. I don't know. But yeah, my favorite ones were Keisha's songs, Fuck Your Ethnicity, Absol's outro, Hole Up, High Power, and Po Man's Dreams. I actually liked the beginning of this album quite a bit. And my least favorite ones were No Makeup, just because it was out of place, and Ronald Reagan Era, just, I don't know, wasn't really doing it for me. Okay. And I'd probably give it like a light 8 out of 10. Cool. It was, I thought it was really good, and yeah, definitely like kind of like foreshadowing for what's going to come next. Which, and do you have anything else to say about that?
No, I like the album. It was good. Yeah. It was better than the first one.
Was good, yeah. And what comes next is Good Kid, Mad City, 2012. And I put off... Sorry, I'm going to have a lot to say on this. You are okay. I put off listening to this album for a long time because I knew it was a story-based album, and I felt like I needed to pay attention to it. Yeah. And when I saw that we were going to be doing this, I was like, I hope I'm going to be like in the mood to listen to it. Thankfully, I was. I think it was Monday night I listened to it. I was like, you know what? I feel like sitting down, listening, and reading the lyrics. I was in the right headspace, and I'm really glad I did it that way because I was able to pay attention to the narrative and just kind of get lost in the story that was going on, which I thought was really well done. Yeah, me too. And on a sonic level, the flow of this album is just like impeccable as well. Like the sequencing of these tracks is actually like incredibly satisfying to listen to. Like it feels like everything is placed exactly where it should be. And to do that like with like the themes, but also, you know, with the tracks themselves, they're just so fucking cool. I was intrigued throughout the whole runtime, and the production is so polished and sounds so fucking good. I love all the little characteristic details in a lot of these beats. It makes them feel so alive and fresh throughout, which isn't really easy considering a lot of these tracks are like 4 to 5 minutes, if I remember correctly. They're all on the longer side, especially for a hip hop album, and they feel like they're constantly fresh. It's so great. My only complaints here is that I don't really get the hype behind "Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe."
What?
I don't really like that song.
What?
That's definitely my least favorite. It's a great
fucking song.
I don't get it. Like I don't really like the production on it, and I don't like the chorus like
what?
At
Bitch
all.
Don't Kill My Vibe.
That part's fine, but the "I am a sinner."
I
probably gonna sin again. I don't like that. I don't know.
I think John's gonna kill you.
He might. I might have killed his vibe, but like, you know, I don't really get it that much. I gotta be honest. And I was looking like through Genius as well, and like even on Genius, they're like, yeah, this doesn't really connect to the narrative of the story. It's more just kind of like a single that's not like out of place, but it's there. And like that gave me another reason. I was like, then why the fuck's it? I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of it.
It's there because it's good, but
I guess. I don't know. In Reels, the chorus on Reel is a little too repetitive for my liking, but I do like the rapping on there and the messaging that happens. I think towards the end of that track, I liked quite a bit.
Yeah.
I said also I feel kind of bad that Kendrick's dad never got his Dominoes, but all things considered, it's probably not too big of a deal.
Yeah.
Really though, this is a fantastic listen through, and I will definitely be revisiting this. And the bonus tracks are also pretty good.
Yeah.
And for my best, I have Swimming Pools, Drank,
right.
The Art of Peer Pressure. I really like too. m.a.a.d City, fantastic. Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst. I think that song's like 9 minutes or something, and fantastic as well throughout the whole thing. Backseat Freestyle, Good Kid, and then Money Trees. All those tracks are really great. My least favorite one was Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe by kind of a large margin. In Real, I also, talked about that before. But yeah, I'd give it like a light 9 out of 10, somewhere light to decent, somewhere there.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now this is what I'm talking about. I fucking love this album. I listened to it a long time ago, and along with T-Pad, which we'll talk about later in a little while. It's been a while since I've just sat down and listened to either of those albums just straight through because they're long.
Yeah.
And they have a story that I need to pay attention to.
Yeah.
And the story in this one, like you mentioned, really fucking good. I love a concept album. I love a story album. It all melds together really nicely, and the confidence is just oozing out of this fucking album. His personality's there. That fucking that usual Kendrick like
the nasally, yeah.
The nasally.
I've heard some people call it like his alien voice.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
It's there, and I love it. I love that side of Kendrick, and I think it's great. I said, what a great album. Hit after hit. I'm sure people were asking how he'd get better from here after this album came out.
If only they knew.
Because, God, this album's so fucking good. I love this album. And I also feel bad for his dad for not getting his Dominoes.
Yeah. Rip.
You gotta get that delicious Hawaiian pizza, I'm sure is what he was eating.
Delicious garlic crust.
Yes, and garlic knots.
Garlic knots?
Yeah.
It was like...
Have you never had a garlic knot?
I don't think so.
They're just like little garlic bread pieces, but they're tied into a knot.
Well, that sounds pretty good.
It's pretty you never had them. No. It's pretty common. But anyway, very fucking good album. Love it. Absolutely love it. My favorites were Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe, Backseat Freestyle, Poetic Justice, Good Kid, m.a.a.d City, and Swimming Pools. I have no least favorites. Yeah. And my rating's a 9 to a 9.5.
Yeah. So we have the same rating at the end of the day.
Yeah. No, it's true. Yeah. But it's you're very wrong about Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe, Mike.
I don't get it.
I
feel like the guy in the video where Steel is heavier than feathers. I don't get it.
I don't get it.
Steel is heavier than feathers. But yeah.
Yeah. I want to pause here. Just wait for John or.
No, I think we can go through and what were you planning?
Well, I wanted him to talk about T-Pap because it's
Oh.
But if you want him to just talk about Kendrick overall at the end, we can.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of how I was seeing it.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. Okay, yeah, we'll go on to T-Pap.
All right.
Sorry, guys.
2015.
Oof.
This is the biggest year gap as well.
Yeah.
Until now.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Holy fuck. I know we've talked about this album quite a bit, but, god damn. What a perfect fucking album. It is his magnum opus. It is. I don't know how he could get better from here.
Yeah.
And it's just it's so fucking good. Every song, there's no misses, not a single one.
Yep.
Oh God, let me. The production, the lyricism, there's just little specific choices he made throughout this album that are just fucking fantastic. Just chef's kiss, baby.
Yeah.
I hadn't, like I mentioned, I hadn't listened to this one straight through in a long time. Like, I've listened to, like, a couple, like, I've listened to King Kunta a lot, and, what's the other big one? All Right.
Yeah.
Like, a lot. And I love those songs so much, but, I hadn't just sat down, like I mentioned, to just listen to this fucking album, and I regret it, because holy fuck, I love it so much. I want it on vinyl. Honestly.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too right now. I'm probably going to add it to my Christmas list.
Like, my younger brother got Good Kid on vinyl, and I was instantly like, I kind of want that on vinyl. But, like, this one, definitely I want more than Good Kid. Just like, God, how can one person make such a good fucking album?
Yeah.
It's a 10, baby. I spoiled it, but it's a 10. Fucking 10. I don't... Yeah. God. My faves were basically the whole album that I listed here, but I have For Free, King Kunta, These Walls, All Right, Hood Politics, Complexion, How Much Dollar Costs, and I. Like, god damn, that's a 10, baby.
Yeah.
10.
Yep. Mic drop. Yeah, I said this record is even better in the context of his discography for me. I have listened to this one quite a bit, I kind of, every now and then, I'm just like, okay, I'll listen to T-Pad. Okay, I'll listen to T-Pad. But I do kind of tend to listen a little more in the background just because I like the jazzy instrumentals on there. But I didn't really think I could like this even more. But it's a lot easier to see where, like, a lot of the context is coming from on a lot of the tracks. Like, especially when he includes, like, some references to previous tracks. Like, he talks about, like, Keisha, I think, on here at one point. There was something else, too, that I can't quite remember. That I should have made a note on, but like it was another like reference to an older song. I was like, oh, like it like just felt like a natural progression from his older work too, it just gives me so much more respect for it. I said T-Pab is going to go down as one of the best albums of all time, and it's going to be talked about for a long time, like 100%. Like, not only are all of the lyrics and all of the flows amazing, but these instrumentals themselves are next level. Like, when the Lil Sims album came out earlier this year, and I was like promoting it to you guys, I was like, I haven't heard instrumentals this good since T-Pab. Like, it was literally the standard, and still is the standard, honestly. Like, it's just, I can't get enough of how much of a pleasure everything is just to listen to. Yeah. Like, it's all so fucking good. It's insanely good, and every track in my best list that I'm going to show in a second is going to be a 10. Like, every track there is a 10. Yeah. And every other track is a 9 at the very least on the entire album. It is 9s and 10s. Yeah, there's no in between. No. Including anything in my least category. I have a couple tracks in there, but I still think they're an amazing track. They're just, I guess, not amazing. It's, I don't know. And this is just a must-hear album if you haven't heard this. So my best, I put For Free. I put King Kunta, These Walls, You, All Right, How Much a Dollar Cost, The Blacker the Berry, and I. And my least favorite was Hood Politics, but that's only because I can't really remember what it sounds like until I hear it. Okay. And then once I hear it, I'm like, oh yeah, I like this song a lot. So no, it's a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, baby.
It's a perfect album.
So fucking good.
And yeah, it's a strong 10. It's the first 10 I've given in this setting.
Me too.
Yeah. Did you give My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy?
I gave it a strong 9. I think I gave it a strong 9 as well. Let me see here.
Yeah, I can look back in your notes.
It's a 9.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is the first 10 for both of us on artist analysis. But yeah, no, it's really fucking good.
So damn good. Obviously I haven't listened to a lot of rap and hip hop. I just got into it around 2016, 2017, so like I'm not like super adverse in it, but like when John told me to listen to this album, because I was like, what rap should I listen to? And like just lay in bed with like big chunky Skull Candy headphones on, and Wesley's Theory starting with that, I was like, that's a little
the very beginning part.
I was like, should I be listening to this?
Colin's sophomore white-year-old self. Wait, sophomore white-year-old. It's Colin's sophomore white self listening to that beginning. Just
Buzz Lightyear.
Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, I was like, should I listen to this? But
That's a hard R.
Yeah, but no, even when I was a fucking sophomore, I knew this was a fucking glorious album. Like,
yeah.
This is the diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
And it is the example for rap going onward from 2015.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're not as good as T-Pab, you're not good.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Anything that's not T-Pab is just bad.
Yeah, exactly. Give up.
Give up now. Give up now.
No, I'm kidding. But yeah, fucking what else can we say about that? Like, so fucking
it's
good.
just amazing. The only thing that I think I just forgot to say is just the variety on here is also really good. Like, just looking at this, like, You is such a difficult track, like, to listen to at points. I think that's where another reference to something was. And like just knowing the struggles that he was going through, like with Good Kid or whatever, Mad City, and that just gave so much more context to the song You, and just like how depressing and how much like he feels like a failure.
Yeah.
And like I was like, oh my god, this is fucking hitting right now. But then that goes straight into All Right. it's like it feels so much more joyous. Like, yeah, shit's fucked up, but we gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Like it's so. Oh my god! Like everything is fantastic.
The transition in this album, fucking ace. Like, from For Free into King Kunta with that like.
And then saxophone.
Yeah, it's just so goddamn good.
Yeah.
And like, oh my god, okay.
Yeah, we could talk about this for a long,
we could do a whole episode
time.
on fucking To Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah.
If we just went through every song on the album, but like, I wish we were doing this back in 2015 because that would have been a good.
Would have been a good podcast episode. Two white boys talk about To Pimp a Butterfly.
One of the most important albums in Black history.
Yeah. But yeah.
Untitled, Unmastered.
Yeah, 2016. I said this was a cool bunch of tracks, but I think I might have hyped it up a little bit too much for myself. Because I always heard this was like a really good like B-sides or whatever. But I said some of these tracks do continue with the fantastic production and hooks of T-Pab.
Yeah.
But there's also quite a few that are just a little bit forgettable for me. I said, nevertheless, for a collection of B-sides, this is some really impressive stuff that just further shows how flawless Kendrick's work ethic was throughout this whole album cycle. Like, he was just making gold after gold after gold. Yeah, I said it's definitely worth a listen, but I'm not sure if I'll come back to it, honestly.
Okay.
Besides a couple tracks. My favorite ones were Untitled 8, Untitled 2, and Untitled 7. My least was Untitled 4. I gave it a strong 7 out of 10.
Okay. Yeah, I said... What did I say here? I said the third thing here that I hadn't... Oh, the third album that I hear that I hadn't listened to.
Oh, okay, yeah.
This isn't really an album, but like this is the third like project that I hadn't really listened to.
I hadn't listened to this either.
I didn't expect to be seduced right off the bat.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
The first song goes there, it's like, I'm gonna fuck you.
I was like, ooh.
Like, I was in the library, I was like, ooh.
I was also in the library while I listened to this
really?
one. Yeah.
It's like, it's no nut November, Kendrick. Chill out. Man. I said, God, even the songs left off of T-Pab are amazing. Like,
yeah.
It's like, so many of these songs are real good.
Yeah.
Like you said, his work ethic, fucking
flawless.
Gold.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Nobody's better than Kendrick here. I said nothing wrong with these songs at all, though the ending to 7 goes on for a long time.
Yeah, it does.
And I was like, that was probably my least favorite.
Okay.
Just because of that, because it went on for like 5 minutes. He was like, "We're gonna be here for 15 minutes." I was like, "No, you're not. No, you're not." Like, I didn't mind hearing them mess around, but I was like, "Okay, it's only like 5 more minutes."
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that these were really good. Otherwise, and yeah, not much to say about it other than I can see why some of these were left at the T-Pab, but some of them I would have loved to hear them.
Yeah.
My favorites were 3, 4, 5, and 8.
All right.
And I gave it like an 8.
We only shared 8.
That's it.
Gave it an 8. Okay. Nice.
Damn.
Damn.
2017.
Yes, sir.
This is the Kendrick album I've listened to the most.
Mm.
It's just one of those that you can just plop on at any time, and it's good for however long you want to listen to it. And it's still very good. It's just not to the level of T-Pab.
Yeah.
Like, and I know that a lot of people share that opinion. It's just like, you know, there's something about that the little T-Pab that I'm missing. There's just missing in there. Mm-hmm. It's like, if he worked a little longer on it, maybe you would have gotten that. But like, there's still a lot of fucking bangers on this album.
Yeah.
It's banger after banger for the most part, and it's I wrote down in here. It's obvious through all of his work that Kendrick loves to fuck.
Yeah. He has definitely had sex before.
With songs like Lust.
Mm-hmm.
Just let me put the tip in.
Let me put the head in. Yeah.
But like, yeah, he loves to fuck, and that was my last bullet point there. But like,
you just had to get that out.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring attention to that.
Yeah.
Kendrick gets his dick wet.
Mm.
I said, a damn good album.
I get it, because that's the name of the album.
Banger after banger. Probably like the most accessible of the Kendrick albums.
Yeah, I'd say so.
It is. I like all of them. I like all the songs on here. I don't have a least favorite. My favorites were DNA, Element, Loyalty, Pride, Humble, and Love. But yeah, I said none for my least favorite. I said sorry, Kendrick hasn't missed in years. And my rating.
Just remember that line.
Oh no.
I have something that like. Okay, never mind. You'll see.
And my rating was an 8.5.
8.5. I really love how you said that line, because that like contradicts something I like blatantly say. Anyways, damn, 2017. I said, damn. Damn is an interesting album. It's an interesting album when giving its context, because it is by no means a bad album. In fact, I think most people will agree that it's a pretty good one. But it's kind of in a special predicament where it is a good album released directly after two amazing albums, after Good Kid and T-Pab. And it is hard to keep that momentum going, and I respect Kendrick for trying to switch it up a bit and leaning more into like a mainstream sound. Okay. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with that, but in my opinion, it is a bit of a noticeable downgrade from the previous releases. I think the highlights on here are the bangers. The bangers work really well, I think, for all of them. Anything you would label a banger, I think, would be there. I really enjoy most of them. But everything else is it's just missing something, kind of like you were saying. It's not, I don't know. I think a good chunk of it is that the beats aren't as creative or as adventurous as the previous releases. There's also a few misses here, if we're being honest. And I said, I just love that content. There's a few misses here, if we're being honest, and for me that hasn't been an issue on multiple tracks since like Overly Dedicated. So to reiterate, it's not bad. I'm only hard on it because I know Kendrick is capable of delivering so much more. Yeah. It's tough love. Now come here, give me a hug.
Don't want a hug.
Give me a hug.
Come here, Kendrick.
Tough love.
It's okay, buddy.
It's okay. My best ones: DNA, Elements, Blood, Humble, Lust, XXX, Fear, and Duckworth, which is quite a bit. But I've never really been a fan of Loyalty.
Riri.
Yeah. Pride. I like the intro to Pride. I like the intro to Pride. Like, the love's gonna get you cute. Yeah. Pride's gonna be the... I like that intro, but everything after that, like it. God,
You don't love God?
I don't love God, I'm sorry. And Love, I like Love, but it does feel a little weird. I don't know. Something about it. I would give it a strong 7 out of 10, though, at the end of the day. It's like I said, it's a good album. There's just a few misses, and it doesn't feel as satisfying of a listen as his previous releases have been.
I mean, yeah, well, I do agree with that. I don't know. I say that he hasn't missed in years, and like I mean that in the fact that like there's not a song that I don't like, at least like
that's fair. That's fair.
You know, there's no song that I'm like I don't like this one.
Yeah.
Like all of them, I felt like out of Damn, like I recognize all the songs, so I'm like, ooh yeah, fun. But it's like, I don't know, man. I like Damn. I know that it's a disappointment after the last two, but like, you know, it's still got that Kendrick, that Kendrick feeling to it.
Yeah.
And that's what I really listen to Kendrick for, because he's so unique.
Yeah.
And I love hearing his beats and his bars.
His alien voice.
Yeah. He's great. I love Kendrick.
Yeah. Then we have one more release here. We have Damn Collector's Edition.
Yeah.
I said it's like the reversed effects in Nico and the Niners if Tyler were raised in the hood. 10 out of 10. I wrote that really late at night, if you could not tell.
If you guys don't know, he's referencing 21 Pilots there. Because he didn't say 21 Pilots at all, and there he just said Nico and the Niners and Tyler, and for many people, that might be like, what the fuck is he talking about?
If you were raised in the hood.
Yeah. Lame Boy would have been a lot different. Yeah, I agree. 10 out of 10. 10
yeah, Damn forwards, you know, it has some issues, but backwards fixes everything.
Oh, yeah. It helps a lot in the fact that every song is played backwards.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of, like, hidden messages in there. It's just pretty interesting. You guys should, like, try to listen to Damn Collector's Edition.
Yeah.
Cause
I thought it was weird when he started singing about how Paul is dead backwards. Yeah.
Nobody's going to get that.
That's not true. That's a pretty, like, famous thing, I think.
Yeah, it is. But, okay. Yeah, let's do our rankings here.
You want to go first?
Sure. At number 1, can you guess?
Overly Dedicated.
Yes, it's Damn Collector's Edition. No, it's T-Pab, then Good Kid, then Damn, then Untitled, then Section 80, and then in last place, but not least, Overly Dedicated. But, you know, T-Pab's an S tier, but I'd say that Damn Collector's Edition, double S tier.
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
so damn good.
Maybe even triple, if we're going crazy.
Yeah, it's God tier.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my ranking.
Yeah. My ranking is To Pimp a Butterfly, then Good Kid, Mad City, then I do Section 80, and then I do Damn, then Untitled, Unmastered, then Overly Dedicated. And I'd say these three, Section 80, Damn, and Untitled, Unmastered, are pretty damn close to each other.
Yeah.
Like they're pretty. Sorry, they're pretty interchangeable, probably depending on my mood. But yeah, they're very close. But everything else is, you know, Pimp a Butterfly is God tier. Good Kid, Mad City's really close to God tier. Yeah. And
okay, I want to add something new to this series.
Oh shit. To my series.
Yes. Overall, what would we rate the discography together?
Ooh, like out of 10?
Out of 10, yes.
Oh, we have to work together?
Well, we don't have to.
Oh, okay.
But if you want to, we can.
Okay. No, we can do separate. So out of 10, the entire discography, including Overly Dedicated.
Yes.
I would probably say like a really strong 8 is what I would say. If we're including, you know, Overly Dedicated and then, you know, Damn, Untitled, like in Section 80, like those are all kind of on the low 8 side, and then I think it all just kind of culminates just no one saw that visual, but like right here, like right like an 89 out of 100 or something like that for me. Yeah,
I'd give it like a 9.
9.
I think that you know, Good Kid and To Pimp a Butterfly really fucking do a hell of a lot for his discography.
Yeah,
and I know that, you know, overall, there's the first two. I mean, Overly Dedicated wasn't as good, but I think it doesn't account for much of it. I think that if we're talking about the most iconic Kendrick, we're talking Damn, To Pimp a Butterfly, Good Kid. Yeah, I think that those really weigh.
Everything else here except Overly Dedicated has had some sort of impact. Like I've heard of these albums before.
But we'll say an 8.5 to a 9 for his discography combined with the two of us. But a strong 8 for you, a very strong 8 for you, and a 9 for me.
Yeah. Damn. Love or lust. All of us.
Give me ever my money.
Yeah. So we're at an hour 8 right now.
That's not that long.
That's not that long.
And
yeah.
compared to some of our others.
True.
Takeover tour.
True.
In like 5 minutes. When did he say that? 3:03. Okay.
Want to do song of the week first?
Yeah.
And then we can get our guest caller in here.
Let me fucking find a song.
All right.
Because there's a lot.
Not to stall for time. Yeah, I don't really have a song either. I have a few options I'm gonna look at once we're off camera.
Let's see. I'm gonna go with let's say Backstreet Freestyle or Backseat Freestyle.
Want to try one more time?
Backseat Freestyle.
There you go. All right.
Thank you.
Backseat Freestyle.
Backstreet Boys.
All my niggas is winning, screaming all my life. I want money and power, respect my mind, or die from less shout.
All right.
There we go.
Backseat Freestyle.
There you go.
That is a great song.
Yeah, no, that instrumental is fucking phenomenal.
I just love how clever he is with some of his lyrics.
Mm.
Like it's so fun. It's funny. It's a funny track.
Yeah.
Like, it's just I don't know. I like that one a lot.
Yeah. And I see what I like. See that's another one where it's like I love how it's definitely like a braggadocious track, and like you can listen to it out of context, be like, oh yeah, this is hype. But then like in context, it's just like him like hyping himself up, boasting to his friends, you know, like overcompensating while doing a freestyle. I loved the context of that within the album. I was like, that's so fucking clever, so fucking good.
And the fucking ring ding ding ring, like that's fucking recognizable as shit.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I love that.
Yeah, and also the line I've heard it somewhere before. I don't remember where, but the whole like. Wish my dick was big as the Eiffel Tower so I could fuck the world for 72 hours.
It's a
like,
great fucking line. I love that shit.
I've heard that somewhere else before, but like, yeah, no, it's fantastic. And we were joking in the middle. There was one part where he's going, "Biatch, go play. Go Yash, go play." I'm like, sounds like he's saying Coldplay.
Love that band.
Yeah, just like, "Biatch, go play." But yeah, no, that's a great track.
Great track.
Definitely a highlight from Good Kid, even though there's a lot of highlights from there.
What do you got, Mike?
It's hard to like just pick one track from him that I want to, because there's so many from him that I love a lot.
The only reason I picked something from Good Kid because I knew you were gonna pick something from T-Pab, so I wanted to mix it up a little bit.
I'm predictable. Okay.
Well, like you know, how could you not?
Yeah. Yeah, I did pick something from T-Pab. I was looking at it and I was kind of feeling the Blacker the Berry. Okay. So we're gonna go Blacker the Berry.
Sounds good to me.
Sweeter the juice.
Yes.
I'm the biggest hypocrite in 2015. Once I finish this, witnesses will convey just what I mean. Been feeling this way since I was 16.
All right, Blacker the Berry.
Mm-hmm. That juice is real sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the drums on that song get me so hyped every time I hear them. Like it's so good. And
such an aggressive Kendrick song, like
probably the most aggressive on that album.
Probably.
Right? I would think so. We were looking at Snoop Dogg. Yeah,
it's definitely the most.
Yeah, I fucking love that about it. Like it just has this aggressive nature to it, and like the instrumental underneath those drums is also great. The guy in the chorus, I don't know his name because he's not listed. I don't know what the fuck he's saying, but like I love the energy.
yeah, he brings a lot of fucking energy to the song. It's like, god damn.
Yeah.
But great fucking song.
No, I love that one.
One of the 10s on that album.
Oh,
one of the many 10s on that album.
Yeah, one of the multiple 10s.
I was kind of surprised to see, you brought up a good point about it, but like when I saw For Free had only 41 million, which is still a lot of fucking streams, but like not as much as a bunch of these songs. I felt kind of like hurt by that because that's a great fucking song. It
is, yeah, and I kind of said, well, it does have the word interlude attached to it, and also I think the freeform jazz isn't really. Like a typical person may hear that and be like, what the fuck is this? I want
trap beats only.
But yeah, no, For Free though is fantastic. Like flow on there is
God,
insane.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Insane.
Absolutely mad.
Absolutely mad. How's our special guest coming along?
I'm asking right now. We'll see in a couple seconds here, I'm sure. He's typing.
Up.
Yes, sir.
All right. We're going. Calling through Snapchat.
Heyo.
Hello, John.
Yeah.
Hello.
What's going on?
Nothing much. How about you?
I'm just recording the podcast.
Did you guys already finish the song of the week?
Yep.
We did, but we can definitely get yours in there.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I'll have to think about one.
All right, you can say it at the end of the call if you want.
Okay.
If you think of something. If not, that's cool. So, you're our resident Kendrick expert. So we just wanted to get your thoughts on his discography, just, overall. You don't have to go through everything in detail, but, what are your overall thoughts on his, music?
You guys already went through it, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Let's see. Jeez. What did you guys think about OD, Overly Dedicated?
We kind of had a similar thought process. It was good. It wasn't bad. But it just, compared to everything else that comes after it, it's just mid tier. 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say OD is by far his weakest album, or I think it's a mixtape. It's considered, I think, but it's I feel like it shows kind of where he's heading.
Yeah.
In the future. It just doesn't do it in such a great way, but I think there's still some good songs off of it. And then Section 80, I think that's where he really starts to get his thing going.
Yeah, it really starts to blossom.
Yeah, exactly. For the most part, it's really good. I think it kind of drags, though, in my opinion, compared to, once you get to, Good Kid, M.A.A.d City, that's where, everything is, top-notch.
Right.
Yeah.
Speaking of good...
Do you have, a favorite track off of Section 80?
Section 80, I think it has to be Chapter 6.
Okay, that's a good one. All right.
What about you? What did you guys have for that?
I have to look.
For me... Fuck, where is it?
I mean,
my favorite one was Keisha's song.
Oh, okay.
And I also really liked...
Keisha's song, isn't that the one where, the girl, she gets, she's messing with a cop?
I believe so. I think so, yeah.
And I liked Poe Man's Dreams. I thought that one was very good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but...
I'm surprised I thought maybe you would say, Hold Up or ADHD, because those are, the really popular ones.
I have Hold Up in my best list.
Yeah, I have High Power in my best list. That's another good one I like a lot.
Oh, yeah, that is a good one.
Yeah,
what about Rick and Mortis?
That's another one.
He's, rapping, just really fast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is that the one? I vaguely remember you mentioning this. Is that the one where, he just, he's doing, the circular breathing or whatever on?
Yes, that is the one,
That's that track? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, good album, though.
Yeah, it is.
About Good Kid, what are your thoughts on Good Kid, Johnny?
Did you listen to the deluxe version or the not deluxe version?
I think we both did deluxe.
I listened to deluxe, but I only took the original tracks into consideration when reading it.
For Good Kid, I think this album is really good. I think start to finish, it's really good. I think maybe the weakest one on this one is maybe Compton.
Okay.
Second to last song, or actually that as the last song. But yeah, I think this is really good. I think that the features on this album are really good. J-Rock on Money Trees is good. Even Drake's verse is really good.
Oh yeah, yeah.
For Drake being Drake, his verse is really good on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we all hate Drake on this podcast. Wait till you hear this shit. What do you think Mike's least favorite song on the album is?
What do I think the what?
That Mike's least favorite song on the album is?
It's probably... If I had to think if it was coming from Mike, probably say maybe Mad City.
Nah. He doesn't like "Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe."
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What?
I was getting ready to be
I
crucified.
love that song. What?
No. I love that song.
It
But
makes
I mean,
sense
like,
for his
coming
taste.
From Mike, that makes sense.
Gotcha.
What about the remix one with Jay-Z?
Oh, I don't think I listened to that one, to be honest. I know that was on the deluxe, but I don't think I got to it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Does it have a different instrumental?
No, it's the same one. I think it's just different verses from the two of them.
Yeah, see, I like the verses on that song. I honestly wasn't a fan of the instrumental or the chorus. I didn't, but except for the whole where he's saying "Bitch, don't kill my vibe." That part's fine. Mm-hmm. But like the chorus, "I am a sinner," like that whole part, like I don't know. I didn't really click with me.
I can kind of see that because especially like Kendrick's voice is so young on this album.
Yeah.
So I see like kind of getting annoying.
Yeah, a little bit.
What did you guys think about the skits on this album?
Oh, they were great.
I thought they were great.
In my review, I said I feel bad that Kendrick's dad never got his Domino's.
It's not Domino's. Not Domino's Pizza.
I thought it was.
I'm pretty sure it was Domino's.
No, it's not Domino's Pizza.
What is it?
I don't know. So he did an interview one time, and then the interviewer asked him like, "Oh, is it Domino's Pizza?" He just laughed. He's like, "No, it's not Domino's Pizza."
Oh, so it's something else. Okay.
Okay. Maybe like it's like a local Compton thing or something.
Maybe.
Yeah, it probably is. I don't know.
Okay. T-Pab.
T-Pab. Okay, this is the greatest album of all time. Start to finish, this is great. The skits are great. I like how he's reading the poem in nearly every song, and then whatever part like he adds on to it, it's basically talking, kind of like foreshadowing what's going to be the next song.
Yeah.
And then at the end, you find out who's reading it to Tupac.
Yeah.
And then that Tupac interview, that was never released until this album came out.
Oh, really?
That's crazy.
I didn't know that. I thought they just kind of took pre-existing clips.
No, it's a real interview. I think it's one of his last interviews before he passed away, but the person who interviewed him never released it, and somehow Kendrick got in contact with him, and then the interviewer gave him all the clips, or not the clips, but like the whole interview, and then he just that one section. It's not like cut up into pieces from like multiple interviews or even that interview. It's like just one part.
Wow,
that's pretty cool. I was gonna ask how Kendrick traveled back in time to do that, but I guess that's our answer. But yeah, do you have what's your? We won't ask your. I know it's your top album of all time, but like, what's your favorite track of a T-Pab?
I think it has to be Mama. I think that's
a really good one.
Like his flow on that one. I really like his flow and like his wordplay on that album. I mean, on that song. But besides that, I would say King Kuda is so funky. And The Black of the Berry, I really like that one too.
Yeah.
Like the drums on that one, and just like the whole beat and the entire energy and the feature that he has in that song.
Yeah, do you know who that is?
The feature?
Yeah.
He was on a Kanye song too.
Is his name like Shaggy or something? Cause like he's some like
he's
I don't
not
know.
from Scooby-Doo.
No, well no, there's some like weird guy. There's some guy who has like a weird voice, and his name's Shaggy, and he's on a bunch of shit.
Looks like it's
he played
Assassin.
Oh, okay, Assassin. I've never heard of him.
The Black of the Berry one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that rings a tone.
Huh. Oh, he's from Jamaica. Okay.
I think he was on a Kanye song as well, but I can't think of what it was.
Mike, every time you hear a Jamaican guy, it is not always Assassin.
There are many Jamaican men.
Sorry, John.
That Kanye one is not Assassin. It's a different guy.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, I looked into it too.
It's something on Jesus. I don't remember what it is, but yeah.
Oh, you're thinking about... Oh, this song is amazing. I think it's On Site. Wait, hold on.
On Site.
No, it's a... It's one that's closer to the end of the album.
I'm in it.
Yeah, I think it's I'm in it.
Yeah. It's like in the middle of the song.
It is Assassin. See, John, I'm not racist.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't think that'd be racist. I think that's nationalist. Okay, Untitled Unmastered here.
Oh, Untitled Unmastered. This is a flex.
Yeah, for sure.
This is like basically showing off to like all the other rappers, like, these are my B-sides and they are still better than your A-cut songs.
Mm-hmm.
True. Yeah.
Untitled 2, it's amazing. That last verse is super good.
Mm-hmm.
Untitled 8, I really like that, and then how he talks about like walking around with blue faces, and it's like blue faces like the money, but also like the just like your emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Untitled 7, I like the hook on that one.
Goddamn.
And then
You're just reciting my best list right now.
let's see. What did you think about? Oh, Untitled 1. That one's really good too. I like how it comes off kind of like, I don't know what's the word, like creepy kind of at first, but whoever that guy is talking, and then Kendrick comes in.
Yeah.
And he's like, I made To Pimp a Butterfly for you, and you're still asking for more, or something like that.
Yeah, this is already in the episode, but the first thing I wrote down was that I didn't expect to be seduced right when the album started.
Oh, yeah, he does start off very seductive. Yeah, you're right. He's like, come talk to me, baby.
Yeah, right. I was like, I'm gonna fuck you, but yeah, we liked it as well, but we don't want to spoil it, so you actually listen to the episode.
We know John will listen.
I know.
Vince is the question mark.
Yeah, you're right. John's a true friend.
Yeah. True friends, one question.
And what about Damn?
Damn. Did you listen to the reversed or the
That was gonna be my question afterwards. Was, what do you think of Damn Collector's Edition?
We did.
Well, I had both of them. So
yeah, I mean, you have like 6 copies of this album, so.
You know what? I have a lot of. I have 1, 2. I have 4 copies of this album, and I think it's my 3rd favorite one.
Okay.
Yeah, me too. I wrote that down as well.
Yeah, I think it's Damn. I mean, I think it's To Pimp a Butterfly, Good Kid, and then Damn.
Mm-hmm.
This one, it's good, but I feel like it's just too poppy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of where it falls off for me. Like, God, that one's not that good.
Mm-hmm.
Love and Loyalty, I thought those were like great songs in the beginning when the album first came out, but now when it plays, it kind of gets like annoying now, just from like, I don't know, I guess instrumental.
Yeah.
Okay. Besides that, I really like the majority of it. It just doesn't have that same factor that the other 2 albums have.
Yeah, that's what we said as well.
Yeah, pretty similar.
Yeah, I still love this album. Like I said, like you'll hear, but I don't know. Yeah, it definitely is missing that little that spark that he had the last couple.
Right. It's not bad. Just it's all right.
Right. Mm-hmm. And then
it's probably like a 7 out of 10 maybe.
Wow, look at you.
John and I are connected when it comes to Kendrick.
You are.
We're basically identical.
I mean, we're basically the same as well throughout. Yeah. But okay, how would you rank the albums from favorite to least? I know you gave us your top 3, but what are your bottom 3?
So it would be To Pimp a Butterfly, Good Kid, Damn Reverse. So yeah, Damn. Then it would probably be Untitled Unmastered, then Section 80, then Overly Dedicated.
I think that's the exact same as me. Here.
The same as yours?
Yeah, same exact.
Damn.
We're connected there.
Wow.
Damn. But yeah, thanks for calling in, John. Yeah. Do you have your song of the week?
Yeah, I think I have one. I'll go with Black Boy Fly by Kendrick.
All
right, cool. Thanks, John.
Thank you very much, John.
Love you.
See ya. Love you too.
Adorable. All right. Well, thank you, John, for calling in and being a part of the episode. Yeah, I mean, we had similar thoughts to him, pretty much. Yeah, Kendrick's discography is just really good. Really good stuff in there. If you're looking to get into like hip hop and like, I don't know if you're like me, where you like kind of the artsy hip hop, and want to do some more like actual hip hop stuff, like Kendrick's a really good person to go to for that. I would say, like, it's just constant quality.
Honestly, yeah. Kendrick is one of the best artists and rappers of all time. I think he's cemented that in, and I really can't wait for his next album. It'll be the last one with TDE, and hopefully not ever, but it'll definitely be the last one with TDE. So I'm very excited to hear that. Yeah, and that was our artist analysis on Kendrick Lamar.
Absolutely. Yeah, if you're listening to us on streaming services, thank you very much. We enjoy that so much, and you're all Mike fans over there, so I mean, I love you even more. I mean, we need a sequel called Mike's Market someday.
Yeah, Mike's Market.
But you can if you want to see our faces and just get links to our other stuff, you can check us out on YouTube with the same name, BOIS spelled capital N. I said that backwards, but it's okay. And in the description we have links to the Twitter page, as well as the Song of the Week playlist for both of us, as well as a combined version. And also we'll have John's song in there, Black Boy Fly. Yeah. And then for me, we have links to my music page, Plaintive, as well as my Album of the Year page, where I do some album reviews. And for Colin, we have his Instagram review page and also his Album of the Year review page.
I'll definitely be posting more on Album of the Year than my Instagram, but like, because it's more easy and it's, I don't know, more fun to me than having to like write in my notes app, screenshot it, write another thing in my notes app, screenshot. It's a little tedious, but Album of the Year is very easy to use, so you'll see more from me there. Yeah,
and you can keep up with our scores and like see what we're liking from this year, what we're not, because we have a lot of episodes that are an hour long. We know not everyone can watch them, so okay. You can get our brief thoughts, because a lot of the stuff we talk about on here we end up talking about on there as well, at least for me. Cool.
See you, baby.
Bye.